Hello everyone, my name's Gina and welcome to my channel. In real life, I try to improve myself a little more each day, but it's much more entertaining to watch Sims as they try to Sims-prove themselves every day. Remember, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, please and thank you. 2020 has been the craziest year I've been alive to witness, so I figured I'd just add fuel to the fire and start a YouTube channel. Hey, it might work. You never know unless you try. The idea came to me in August, so I aimed for a September launch with the mindset that I would start at the beginning and release some tutorials and basic stuff, but then it hit me. September, what better way to launch a brand new YouTube channel than by paying homage to my favorite animated couple, Bob and Linda Belcher of Bob's Burgers, whose anniversary is September 3rd. For those of you who don't know, it's 9/3. 9 is divisible by 3. In this video, I will be building, to the best of my ability and without custom content, the Belcher's restaurant and upstairs apartment. It most definitely is a speed build as I'm not super quick with the whipping out buildings. I hope to eventually do Mort's Next Door, maybe Jimmy Pesto's, and a couple of cast videos for the Belchers and their friends, families, and frenemies. So, Bob's Burgers. I've tried to build Bob's Burgers numerous times, and each time it's ended in an expletive-addled rage quit, and it's a never-ending battle of functionality versus how it appears on the show. I always try to tell myself, it's okay, girl, it's a game. This is just inspired by the show, and then the other voice shows up. But that's not how it looks. But not this time. This time I'm building it start to finish and accepting that my creation is only inspired by the show. On a side note, Sim Gurus, grant me the serenity to accept the limitations of the game, the courage to build and play in new and exciting ways, and the wisdom to keep my mouth shut when the game gets the better of me. So obviously we are a little ways into the build already, but this did take a few hours on a few different days to do. And so I had to make a tough decision, and I decided that I would cut out the detailing at the end and then just go on like a tour with some screenshots. The detailing takes me forever, and I didn't want you to have to sit through the excruciating process that I go through to find all of the little details. It's not really a process, but it's like I know there's certain things in the game, but then when I go to find those little things, I can never find them again right away. So I cut that part out for you guys. Anyway, so there's a few things in here that really make it Bob's Burgers to me, like certain way things are positioned, and that is the front door, the stairs that go down to the basement, and the booths. To me, the booths are what kind of give me my size, and if you've played with the Dine Out pack, I don't know if you have the same frustrations I have with the booths, but they need to be a very certain particular way, and they're a pain in the whatever you want to say right here, but I hate them, and I do have move objects on. It did count towards the restaurant qualifications. I have not tested this as a restaurant yet, so I do not know if the booths actually work. I did take a sim in there in the uncompleted phase, and she was able to sit at all of the booths, but I don't know what's going to happen when I try to test that as a restaurant. And at this point I moved upstairs, and I'm sure I will go back downstairs because I always forget something or another, and the upstairs is actually pretty easy. I know that Sims don't need as much room as I like to give them. My builds usually turn out way too big, so for Bob's Burgers that is something pretty narrow. This always presents a challenge to me, but I am very happy with the way that this turned out. Again, you know, it's that constant battle, like I mentioned before, of the functionality versus how it really looks. I'm kind of disappointed that I can't get the bright lime green paint as far as using no custom content, as I mentioned. So I'm just trying to get a decent kind of crown molding and make the building appear taller and skinnier than I really have it. Okay, so as I was doing this, I decided to go ahead and jack up the speed one more time because this is actually taking longer than I had originally anticipated. So for their windows, I'm trying to find this specific window because they do have a fire escape, so the bottom pane is the one that needs to be able to open, and it's the little details like that that make it more realistic to me. And the doors were kind of interesting because I noticed that above the doors in the show, they do have little windows, so those were actually the perfect doors. And then in the kitchen, I don't know how many times I changed the coloring, but you know, they have a really unusual color scheme in their house, and it's a lot of bright green and blue. Well, not so much blue. Blue's more in the restaurant, but green, yellow, and because we don't have those kind of exact colors, I did the best that I could. But like I said, I think I actually pulled it together pretty nicely. And you know, picking walls is something that takes forever with me, and I change it 1,000 times. Okay, so I'm starting to choose my color palettes for the kids' rooms, and I will take this time to say that Louise is my absolute favorite. I know she's not a real person, but my absolute favorite person, like, in the world. She's my role model, she's my hero, and I know that you're not supposed to have role models that are younger than you, but that's too bad because she's pretty awesome. And Jean, unfortunately, is my least favorite Belcher child, and I think it shows in their rooms when we get there. And then Bob and Linda's room is a really kind of unique color too, and I was trying to use the same type of paint and stuff, just different colors, and I jumped around, of course, and now I'm back in the bathroom, and this is why I had to increase the speed, because I'm just going back and forth and I have no idea what I'm doing, obviously. But you know, the bathroom is pretty basic. I still liked it because normally I do not do my bathroom is this basic. And then there is the crawl space, the famous crawl space, and then, you know, like I said, I jump around, I'm back downstairs in the bathroom again. You know, but I am actually very proud of the restaurant bathroom. I think that looks pretty good. And then for those of you who watch the show, that's, you know, the updated version of Burger Boss. I mean, not really, but you know. And then the TV kept wigging out, and I was trying to get that, and I don't know, it kept trying to snap to the counter, and then just craziness. So structurally, the restaurant is a rectangle, and so with the way that the bathroom comes off of that back wall, and I know we're back upstairs, but like I said, this video is going too fast for me to actually keep up with, yet we just don't have that much time. So we gotta talk about a couple different things at once here. So the bathroom that comes off the back of the restaurant, that would present a weird shape. So I had to make that a rectangle, so I just added a weird storage room back there. And I know that they have one that like goes out to the back, but then I didn't know what was on the other side, so I just made stuff up. So now we're in my least favorite Belcher child's room, trying to figure out what to do with his. And then the couch was another issue, because that's the style of their couch, but that's not the color of their couch. Their couch is a brown, and you know, that's one of those things that is hard for me to decide. And then I had the curtains all picked out, and I was all excited, and then I realized that there is frickin' dinosaurs on those orange curtains. And so it took me forever to find a replacement orange curtain that I was okay with, even though that's not the style of the curtains that they have. But I figured a different style would be better than having dinosaurs on it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with dinosaurs, but you know. I figured I'd give them a little bit of maybe an upgrade, kinda, on some of their stuff. So now, because I'm out of stuff to say about the living room, that's where I'm focusing right now. And I'm still worried about this couch, obviously. And, okay, so what I was saying about Bob and Linda's room is they have a weird color and the lighting is different. They've got a pink door to their closet, and I did not give them a legit closet. I just gave them that one little narrow space, and then I end up throwing a couple of the single dressers from, I believe, Realm of Magic in there, just to give it the appearance of a closet. And then Bob has this really weird side table. It's kind of like a half of a table, so I just swapped that out with a good old apple crate because I really don't think he would have a problem with it. And then, there's not a lot of details that I've seen for Bob and Linda's room, so I kind of just picked what I thought they would like. Well, at least what, Linda would like in the end. And again, I think it came together pretty nicely. And I like to say that that little light that I threw in the closet is like a tap light, if any of you know what those are. Anyway, so now I'm trying to pick a bed for Her Royal Highness Louise here, and she's got these wonderful bright yellow accents, and her room was so much fun to do. And then in Tina's room, I opted for actually a more mature looking bed because I think it actually ties the room together nicely. And I think Tina's and Bob and Linda's are the same size, but this build did make me realize that I don't have a lot of experience in the different aging of the kids as far as their room goes, and that's really weird for me. I don't know why. I have never really put more than one age of kids' room in at a time. Maybe I have and I'm blocking it out, but it was fun to do a kind of more grown-up version. And then Gene's room, he has a very distinct personality. And so even though he's my least favorite, I did have fun building his room because I was using stuff that I don't normally use at all. And then, I throw a couple more things into the kitchen. And while I'm looking for some more suitable lighting, I do want to throw out that my origin ID is GC Sims. And as soon as I get this tested, I will put it up on the gallery. And then also, while you're there, check out my other creations. I did participate in the first Spark Challenge, and they did announce a second one today. So that's why I'm starting to talk really fast, is because I gotta wrap this up so that I can start on the next challenge. And then we will be heading to our tour in just a moment. So the outside is pretty basic, used some Simlish for the sign, and I am very happy with this version of Bob's Burgers that I've made, and I'm very excited that it is my first video. It was difficult. This is not an easy thing. Mad props to all of the YouTube simmers out there. And I am so very proud of this stupid bathroom. It looks just like the show. And in the kitchen, the little details like the water stains on the walls just pull it together and make it look so much more realistic. And this was the storage space that I know exists. And then this one is the one that I made to maintain the rectangular shape of the restaurant. The basement, the island living stairs are just perfect, especially now that they can wrap around like they do. And then just an overview of the layout and the view from the top of the stairs in the apartment and into the living room and looking out of the living room. And Bob and Linda's room, I gave Linda kind of a nautical wall because we all know she loves sailing. And then I did give them some art that they probably don't really own. And I do love the details in the bathroom. I know, I'm so excited about the bathrooms, but I've never used that little plunger before, and it's just fabulous. And I did give them a chore board like Louise would ever adhere to anything like that. But anyway, I gave Gene a sweet keyboard, even though he's my least favorite child. Maybe I'm compensating for something. I don't know. And then in Tina's room, boy band posters because there's no horse posters. And Louise's room. There's probably the most pictures of Louise's room because I'm so excited about it. I wish I had that room. It's pretty badass, if I do say so myself. And I did try to include the pink bunnies everywhere because I don't think I'm going to be able to get the ears on her without using custom content, which I am trying not to do if I'm going to be sharing stuff. And so the back real quick, dumpster, there's some great details with those little pallets. And now the video is coming to a close, but I'd like to say thank you for watching, and you know the drill. Like, subscribe, and share. Hit that notification bell. But most of all, be a nice human. Stay safe.